Hey everyone, what's up? This is Groovis X, Roger, and welcome back to part 4 of Can You Solo Descent? Is that what I put? Anyway, this I think is going to be a really good action-packed churn, and some of the, I don't know, this is just going to be a good churn for soloing it and showing you the different things that you can do. And I have a correction to make, and I caught this when I was uploading the other one. In the rules, you know, line of sight is a really big thing in Descent, and right there we had the Goblin Archer take a shot, and you know he was successful at shooting Sindrel. However, though, I don't know why I didn't catch this, probably because I'm trying to explain a game and play it, and this is my sort of straight edge. You know, remember we talked about you know, point to point, and I thought that he had line of sight even though that wall. But if we trace this back, I told you, I'm like, when I play, I'm like so fair about playing a game. Okay, that is the edge of, up there, that's on his edge. And it does come to her edge. However, there's this thing with the wall. And I would say that that wouldn't be valid. So what I'm going to do is, instead of unroll that whole churn, if I would have saw that little part of that wall, I should have just moved up one more. So it really doesn't change anything, but I just wanted to let you know I try to play really by the rules and to play a good game and a fair game. So now he would definitely have line of sight on Sindrel. So that's the only change. So we're going to get on with this now. And so again, Sindrel's sitting at with only 1 hit point left. She's got 2. Averick is in really good shape. And I actually looked at this for about 10-15 minutes before starting this to think of the strategy that I'm going to use. And you know, hopefully, you know, that's the fun of soloing this game, is to come up with some different good strategies for the Overlord or Baylor. And so you don't know. There's that element of surprise. And I think this is going to be a good chance to show it to you. So let's get on with this. So what my move is going to be for this is I have to recover hit points for Sindrel. I'm trying to keep the camera up. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to move Averick up. Now, you know, in Descent, or if you don't know, you could always interrupt your movement to do an action. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1 and 2 and move Averick up here, okay? Now, heroes in this game have heroic feat. And what his is for an action, I rolled 2 red power dice. Each hero within 3 spaces of you, including yourself, may recover hearts equal to what is rolled. So real straightforward. You got to flip your card over, so it's used. And there's some like little flavor text there that it says when he uses that. So every hero, and that was 2 dice, right? Yes, 2 power dice. Rolls 2 power dice, and so within a 3 square radius. So I believe if we count 1, 2, 3, Jane Fairwood would make it, and Sindrel. She is the most important one. So let's do that. You see, Averick only has exertion. Jane has 2. So let's start with her. So we got to keep whatever we roll here. That is a really, really good roll. 6 health. So she's back down to 0. And our girl Sindrel is down to 5. That was a very good roll. I think that was good strategy on the hero's part. So he did a move, he did an action. Averick is finished. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to, I believe I have, now we're going to have to do a line of sight check here. What I'd like to do is take Jane and take a shot at that goblin. It's going to be a long shot, and I want to see, because there's her edge, and as long as nothing interferes with that, if I have, and I think I do, if you notice, I have line of sight on her, or is that wall? Now that wall's actually hitting it, so scratch that. So yeah, that wall's hitting it. I don't think I could do that. Nope, never mind. So all I'm going to do for this turn is go 1, and then I'm going to rest. And what resting is for my action. As you see, it's an action on the hero card. I'm going to place my hero token on here, signifying I'm done. This is the end of my churn. And then at the end, I will recover all my exertion, but it has to be at the end. And then finally, for Cinderella, I am going to come up here. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. What does she have? She's got used here. I'm looking at this right here, considering to you in here. Let me see. You and that hero. Oh, you can choose the hero with interfaces. You and that hero. We're going to move actions in addition to the other actions. So now, so this is my strategy. Go 1, 2, and I'm going to hit the goblin. I was going to close the door. I'm going to hit the goblin. So, sorry for that. I really try to think out my moves. So, a great axe against the white goblin. He has no hit points right now. So, pretty good roll. So that's 5 there, and then we're going to use a surge. That adds a 1, so we'll put there as a reminder. So 5 damage coming at the goblin. I don't think he's going to survive. He's got 2 hit points, and he is obliterated. Goodbye. He's out of it, and that is the end of the hero's turn now. So now we can put this back, and Jane has recovered all of her exertion. She's back down to 0. However, it is Baylor's turn. So we're going to put Poison Dart up there, put that there, and we draw a card, and it is another dash card. So they have 2 dashes that they can use. Now, here's what I'm thinking. And this is where kind of the coolness of the soloing aspect could come into it, or kind of the surprise. I'm thinking of a good strategy here for either this, have the Shadow Dragon just move up and attack. Well, actually, no. Actually, I was going to do something if the White Goblin was still alive. So I think what we're going to do now is activate the goblins. I think that's a sound strategy that Baylor would implore, is put in, have the goblins activate, and then the Shadow Dragon. So first of all, we're going to move these guys. We're going to drop that off as an action. So 1 action's done, and we're going to move them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's a good place to stop right there, and then his action, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And line them up right there. Next up is this goblin. He is going to take a shot at Cinderella before he moves. And he gets the yellow and blue. And, okay, it's plenty of range. And that's a hit of 3 rolls. Blocks 1. And she takes 2 damage. She's up to 7 now out of her 12. And then he's going to fall back. 1, 2, 3. Well, 3, 4. So, in any event, he is there. Now, the dragon, we'll do Splig first. And let's see. I'll tell you what, let's just random this off, okay? We'll see who the Overlord, or what Splig would test first. So let's say the back one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he is going to interrogate this one right there. So we do remember the might check. His might is 4. He is not he should have passed these. Doesn't get to interrogate anyone. Splig is done. Now for the Shadow Dragon. Let's see, he can move twice, or he could attack. And now, see, this is what I was thinking, or Baylor. One option could be to move straight up, right here, and attack Cinderella, or go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and perch in back and stack up and wait for the heroes. I think both are pretty good, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we should random that off and see what Baylor would do. You know, that way they would be stacked in the back and waiting for the heroes and just unload a whole assault on them. Or do this. I don't know. Wish I had time to have you guys comment and tell me what you think you would do in this situation. I make a decision. I want to keep you waiting. Well, tell you what, let's let the dice decide. How about 1 to 3? He moves up here, and he's going to attack Sindrel. 4 to 6, he's going to go, he's got, what, a movement of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Now when they shrink up and expand, he, as long as he's there, he can put himself right there on that. So let's see. And he is going to retreat to the back of that prison room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he ends there. And then they say in the rule book you can orientate him any way you want. So he moves there. Should be an interesting churn. And he could use dash in any case. Guys, that's it, I think, for the Overlord churn, the heroes. I hope you guys are liking this. We'll see if how Baylor's brain worked for that, and we'll see what happens on the next part. I'm going to go upload this, and I will see you back with more Descent. Can you play Descent solo? I think so. Talk to you soon. Bye.